Hello all. Today we are going to explore this question. Why United States of America? Why do aliens give priority to United States of America when it comes to their visitations? Of course, there are two answers to this. One is a no. It is the whole world which is involved. The consequences of their agenda upon this planet is going to be a consequence for the entire planet, not just one particular country, be it developed or undeveloped. But definitely, people in other parts of the world who are aware of the UFO phenomenon are concerned about this question. Why the visitations and the stories often comes out from the US and not from other countries? So the no answer to this question basically means that there are visitations and abduction phenomena and offers being made to the respective governments. All of this is happening everywhere, almost everywhere, especially in the developed nations. But the S answer to this question basically means that this country is the most dominant country in the world as an ET force. You can't say just one ET force, there's multiple ET forces who have come here. When they look at this planet and they want to influence this planet, they have no choice to do this militarily because this is restricted in this part of the galaxy. Now they have to do other means, influence, persuasion, all of this. So to do that effectively, they have to choose the most dominant country on this planet. And that is the US, United States. And that is why most abductions and most sightings and most stories, Area 51, the Pentagon reports, all of this come from this particular country. Certainly, other countries who are powerful are also involved. They are also being influenced. Offers are being made to those governments as well. Abduction phenomena is a global phenomenon, not just a US phenomenon. Another reason for the S answer to this question, yes, United States is a priority for them, is that their end goal is colonization. And it is a long-term colonization. And since that's a colonization agenda that they are here to undertake, they have to influence the most dominant nation on this planet. If you are an ET visitor here, who is here to mentally influence and over time take over the planet, you will definitely look at the most dominant, powerful nation on this planet. You will not really be concerned about other nations who are perhaps poor, perhaps dealing with their own internal conflicts and problems. Of course, you will try to utilize them, but you will never keep it as a priority. And that is why the intervention, the alien forces here, all of them are doing the same thing, which is persuasion and mental influence and this over time to take over the planet. Working along these lines have a common objective to keep United States at the helm or the peak of their interest. So another reason is this is not a military force. They have to use persuasion, which I have already mentioned. And the third reason is, of course, this is not a spiritual force. They are not watchers. They are not the advanced civilizations who are perhaps waiting for the right time humanity is ready to make a contact. No, this is far from true. As per the Allies of Humanity briefings, they are the resource explorers who have traveled this distance, who have come to this planet, who have established places in this solar system with a clear agenda to take over the planet. So spiritual development is not the prime motivation for these forces to come here. Technological development doesn't equate to spiritual growth. And spiritually developed forces will never have to intervene in other planets and do the stuff that these guys are doing in our planet. So their motivations and their intentions are completely different. And that is why their priorities and the challenges kind of skewed to these certain few countries or certain few areas, like influence upon some nations, recruit people to create apologists for themselves, the Raelian movement, Estelian society, and the other conspiracy theories, other propagandas, all each serve their own purposes. So basically, ultimately, we can say that over the last 7 decades, these forces who were here with this agenda have established or have created a foundation for themselves for something that is coming, perhaps a second stage to this, perhaps the second stage of this long-term colonization. So I hope I have answered this question. But basically, we have to understand that this is not a country. You might think colonization is basically an idea extracted from movies. This is perhaps an influence of the movies. You have the movies like Star Wars, War of the Worlds. But mental influence and hybridization program, abduction phenomena, these are not from movies. So our exposure is all about this war and conflict. But that is not reality in this part of the galaxy as per the Allies of Man briefings. I will share the link to this briefings in the description. Please do go and listen or read the briefings to understand the realities of what is happening and what we do. In the eyes of the intervention, this is a precious planet. They don't let the locals, the natives of this world, to simply despoil this planet. So their thinking is, why let these humans despoil this planet that we can take it over and have it for ourselves and make these humans enslaved or as a client state to our agendas, to our set of priorities. And that is why they are hidden. They don't disclose themselves. They are doing things in a secretive manner. And they were active for the past 70 years. I hope certain things are clear from this video. I'm looking forward to your support. Thanks for listening.